lived in Brooklyn since 2008 and therefore becomes the first Brooklynite to ever be crowned Miss America. Now, she mentioned she's from Alabama, but you're really not Brooklyn from now on.
Brooklyn is home.
Okay. When we first learned that the platform Miss Hagan had chosen for her reign was Child Sexual Abuse Awareness and Prevention, my Crimes Against Children Bureau, which we established in 1997, invited her to partner with our office to raise awareness about this important cause. Child abuse prevention has always been of paramount importance to me ever since I had the privilege of becoming district attorney in 1990. Our Crimes Against Children Bureau has enabled us to consolidate our resources to tackle this difficult problem. It was the first bureau in the country dedicated exclusively to handling child victim cases, and I'm very, very proud of the fact that it's been replicated in a number of jurisdictions throughout the country. It's my view that child victim cases requires tremendous expertise, training, and focus. Our partnership with the Brooklyn Child Advocacy Center, incidentally, Miss Hagan volunteered before she became Miss America at the Brooklyn Child Advocacy Center. And it was established the same year that our bureau was established, in 1997, and it was the first of its kind in the Northeast. And it's enabled us to help thousands of victims and their families by streamlining the criminal justice system to ease the trauma they experience. Over the years, the Crimes Against Children Bureau has had tremendous success, bringing many child abusers to justice. But there is so much more we can do. Each year, hundreds of thousands of children in this country are sexually assaulted. Unfortunately, most of those cases go unreported because many children are too afraid or too ashamed to report these heinous crimes. Those who want to report often don't know how to do so, or where to turn to make the abuse stop. The only way to stop child sexual abuse is to make the proper authorities aware of it so the abuser can be brought swiftly to justice and the child can get the help that she or he needs. To help us educate the public about reporting child abuse, Ms. Hagan graciously agreed to shoot a public service announcement this morning for our office. And we're confident this is going to help us make more members of the community aware of how to report child abuse and that the resources available in my office to help them. With her assistance, we hope to reach out to many more victims and to reduce the scourge of this terrible crime. And you may know that we have 36 social workers on staff that are there to be bridges between the victims of child abuse, sex abuse, and domestic violence, and they're the bridge between the prosecutors and the victims, and they perform an amazing public service. And I'd like to have Ms. Hagan say a few words. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming today. I really appreciate it. Child sexual abuse is something that affected many of the people in my family, most notably the women, but we're suspect that a few of the men as well. And it's something that happened for many, many, many years to my mother, something that happened to other women in my family as well. And so this is something that, as Miss America, as Miss New York, as Miss Brooklyn, Miss Manhattan, Miss New York City, I really felt like was an issue that I really needed to speak out on.
We have, under Mr. Hynes in Brooklyn, we established a cyber predators unit a number of years ago where we have our detectives actively going online to interact with these predators and try to catch them before they could actually reach real children. So we are proactively trying to do something about this.
And one of the things we have to be very, very concerned about is educating the parents how to deal with the internet without seeming intrusive. I mean, I've got 16 grandchildren, and you know, I know how uptight they get when they're questioned about their viewing habits. But you know, what parents have got to understand is to have a relaxed way of having that conversation. Parents have got to learn how to talk intelligently with kids, again, without putting them off, but teaching them the dangers of the internet.
What I would like to do as Miss America is raise awareness for the fact that we need education in schools, we need education for children as well as adults. Everyone needs to understand that this conversation has to be had, and kids need to have it. We're just encouraging people to open up the conversation. Basically, the PSA says that it's not going to stop unless you talk about it. And so it's very short. It says it's not going to stop unless you talk about it. Talking about the partnership with Mr. Hynes here and the numbers to call if you suspect that a child's being abused. where can you go? Who can you talk to? And you know, there are so many resources out there online that will point people in the right direction, but just knowing kind of here in your hometown who you can call and where you should go is very important.
Come on, come on.
Jim is surprised at this treat, but he doesn't know that when I put on a show for the passengers in the back seat.